Okay, so I'm starting off with a plane, okay, with only one division, get it to the dimension I need for the wall, and then I'm going to do an opening, okay, somewhere here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to use the multi-cut. Okay, so shift right mouse and then multi-cut, press Ctrl. Okay, I'm going to start one cut here. Okay, and I'm going to have another cut here, and one cut here, and one more cut here. Okay, so once I'm done with the cut, I'm going to click on select or press Q to exit. Okay, so now I have this window opening. Okay, so when I click on this window opening, I'm going to press delete. Okay, so now I have my windows opening. Okay, so I see quite a number of you like adding a lot of lines, unnecessary lines, just because you want to have the hard edge when you press 3 to smooth. Okay, so another method that I want to show you, I think a very quick and easy method is this. Okay, first you will extrude. Okay, so Ctrl E, extrude. Okay, so you have the wall thickness, and then once you are done, press Q to exit. Okay, go back to object mode. So once this is still selected, here's what I'm going to do to bevel everything, because this is a very straightforward rectangular wall with windows opening. Okay, so I'm just going to press Ctrl B to extrude, to bevel. Okay, so now I have the bevel. I will reduce the fraction. Okay, and add one more segment, so I have two segments. Okay, you can see that my bevel is very small. Okay, but now I'm done. That's it. So if I select this and press 3, okay, if I just look at the model view, I have my wall with opening, and at the same time I have my hard edges and still retain the smooth bevel. Okay, so this is one. So now I'm done with this. I'm going to add it to a layer and hide this layer. So this is wall. Okay, and then hide this layer. Okay, now next I'm going to create a book with a hard cover. Okay, so now I'm going to create with a cube. Okay, so I start off with a cube, get into the dimension. Okay, so I have roughly the dimension here. Okay, reduce the height a bit. Okay, so I'm starting off with the shelf. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is to focus on the shelf. So I'm going to delete these faces. Select, select, select. Okay, these three faces I'm going to delete. So now I have an empty shell that looks like this, like a file holder. Okay, now next I'm going to add some more additional division over here at the side. So shift right click and go to my multi-cut, press Ctrl, okay, and then use my middle mouse button, cut in the middle. Same thing here. Okay, press Ctrl, use my middle mouse button, cut in the middle, and then one more over here. Okay, and I'm done. So once I'm done with my multi-cut, I can press Q to exit. Okay, now I can go to edge selection. Okay, I can pick on these three edges. Okay, move them out a little bit, and then the center part, okay, move them out just a little, so that in the side profile, okay, I have a slightly curved profile like this for my hard cover. Okay, so after I'm done, Okay, I go back to my object mode, and then I'll just need to extrude. Okay, so Control E, extrude. Okay, either you pull up or pull down. Okay, so I'm pulling up a little bit. Okay, so this is my hardcover, but I'll need to have this in smooth mode. Okay, that's the submission requirement. So I'm going to bevel all of this. So right click to select the edges, select everything, but I don't want to select the part that is curving. Okay, so I go to this view, and actually in the perspective view I can deselect by using Control, double click to deselect the edge loop, press Control to deselect, okay, these 3 edge loops. Now everything else is selected. I can press Control B to bevel, okay, reduce the fraction and increase segment. Now I'm done with the hardcover. Okay, if I press 3, I have this very nice shape. Okay, it holds the shape, yet you still have the bevel. Okay, so now for the book, okay, the white papers, it's also quite easy. Select cube, create a cube. Okay, go to the side profile, scale, and then scale. Okay, and then on the top view, go to my wireframe mode and scale so that I'm at the right dimensions. Okay, now you can see that this part is slightly curved, so I also want to have the same for the book itself. Okay, the papers. Okay, so shift, right click, multi-cut, okay, Control, middle mouse button, one more, Control middle mouse button, Control and middle mouse button. So I'm cutting in the middle of each of these. Okay, so once I'm done, press Q to exit. Okay, and then now I can select my edge, double click to select the edge loop, press and hold shift to continue with the selection. So these 3 edge loops are selected. I'll go to move, go to the side profile, and then just adjust accordingly. Okay, so now the middle one also, and like this. Okay, then I have my profile. Okay, so next I want to bevel. So go to edge, select everything except the part that is curving. Okay, so press and hold Control. Okay, and then deselect these 3 edge loops. Okay, then I just need to Control B and bevel, reduce the fraction and increase my segment. Okay, go back to object mode. Okay, shaded view, select everything, 3, smooth mode, and then now without the wireframe I can see that it's being created. Okay, fast, right? Okay, I see quite a number of you struggling to create books that have everything all gelled together. It looks like Tupperware and looks like lunch boxes. So yeah, you have to do it the right way. Okay, so this is the book. I'll select and put it in a new layer. So rename this layer as book. Okay, save. Okay, turn off this layer. And then the last one is Bend Deformer. Okay, some of you are creating certain light fixtures and furnitures and tubes and pipes. Okay, and using the extrude method with the question mark, if you recall. Okay, so there's another method to create this. I'm going to create a cylinder. Okay, reduce the radius, increase the height. Okay, reduce the subdivision axis to 8 because you don't need so much. Okay, so now I want to have certain division in the middle because that is where I want to bend. Okay, I can just use the subdivision height. Okay, here I'm just going to demonstrate this part. Okay, so now once I have sufficient subdivision height, okay, I think this is fine. Now I'm going to rotate. Okay, press and hold J. Okay, so now I make it flat, lying down like this. And I want to bend it in a way that only certain portion, like here and here, is bent, and then the rest are not bent. Okay, so here's how. Okay, with this cylinder selected, I'm going to deform nonlinear bend. Okay, so the bend deformer is created. You can see this line. Okay, so now I want to make sure that it's in the correct orientation. So I'm going to rotate and make sure it's in the same orientation. Okay, if I press 4, you can see that in wireframe it is already inside. Okay, now how does it work? If I click on the curvature and if I do this, okay, click on curvature and then use my middle mouse, it will be bending. But that's not how I want it to bend. Okay, I only want to bend with certain restriction. That means only here until this point. You can see 0.5. So this one is the opposite. Minus 0.5 and 0.5. Okay, and then now the curvature will go even more like this. Okay, I think I can round off minus 180. Now I have the bend which I want to create whichever furnitures or tube fixtures. Okay, so this is another way of how I can create this. So go back to my shader view to finish it off. Okay, alternate 5, I will select this edge. Okay, select the edge loop, press and hold shift, select these two edge loop and then Control B, change the fraction, increase the segment. Okay, and I'm done. Okay, right click, go back to object, press 3. So now you have a very nice smooth fixture over here. Okay, if I turn off the wireframe, I can see that, okay, no problem. I have my cylinder shape, I have the bevel, and then I have the bend. Okay, so once I'm happy and done with this, I can select this cylinder and delete history because I don't need the bend deformer anymore. Okay, so delete history. So now I'm done. Shift this to one side, turn on the book, shift this to one side and turn on the wall. Okay, so I have 3 objects. Okay, using this method. Okay, so that's all.